Welcome to Crossroads. Folks, it is finally happening. The establishment is now turning on President Joe Biden. And interestingly, this is following a report from special counsel Robert Hur. And basically it said that Biden knowingly withheld classified documents before he was president. That's important because that means he was a private citizen, not someone who has executive privilege, meaning, well, he could be charged criminally for it. But get this. They're recommending that Joe Biden does not face criminal charges because he suffers from serious mental decline and could barely do the interviews, apparently. The Biden White House, they're now framing this whole report as a political attack against Joe Biden, and the political and media establishment on the other side is now pushing a narrative to discourage Joe Biden from running for a second term in the upcoming 2024 elections, meaning they're trying to push Biden out. They're trying to get him out of the race, and they want to put someone else in. Now, the corporate media has been running a sudden barrage of hit pieces against Joe Biden, which you might notice tends to happen whenever they're trying to push a big agenda. The Daily Mail pointed out this phenomenon, looking at a series of articles in the New York Times, and all raising concerns over Joe Biden's very serious mental decline, which I think most of us saw already, but hey, sometimes it takes the news cycle a bit of time to catch up, right? And they're suggesting that Biden may not be the right candidate for the Democrat Party. Maybe he needs to sunset, fade into the sunset, and to have someone else come in. At least that's what they're suggesting. Daily Mail said this: Biden's lack of enthusiasm on the campaign trail and his doddering public appearances are huge concerns, according to the liberal New York Times. Anxieties from the Times editorial board and opinion writers show how worried they are that Biden may not be able to beat bad man Donald Trump this year. Now look, it's not just the media. It's not like it's just New York Times and CNN and NBC and ABC and the whole alphabet soup of news outlets. It's even the political establishment. In fact, even Hillary Clinton is coming out and she's calling on Joe Biden to, maybe consider not running. She's raising concerns over Biden's age, and she's saying it's a legitimate issue. New York Post said that former First Lady Hillary Clinton said she believes President Biden's age is a legitimate campaign issue, even as the commander-in-chief is under fire over a damning special counsel report accusing him of being senile. You don't say. Now, this is the quote from Clinton to MSNBC. She said, "I talked to people in the White House all the time, and they know it's an issue. But as I like to say, look, it's a legitimate issue." And she continues saying, "It's a legitimate issue for ex-President Donald Trump, who is only 3 years younger, right? So it's an issue." And she adds, "I think Biden also should lean into the fact that he's experienced, and that experience is not just in the political arena. It's like the stuff of, human experience, character, wisdom." And then she adds, "I think he should be willing to really pull that out, and and I think he should kid more about it." Now, Hillary Clinton's not directly saying, "Hey, Biden, maybe consider not running." But she is saying that, he's not looking so hot right now, and maybe his age could be too much of an issue for the election. I should note that they're trying to frame Trump now using this narrative, and this is going to be the next big thing you're going to be hearing. The Biden's age makes him so he should not run, and therefore Trump's age makes it so he should not run. That is the next narrative, and they're rolling it out currently. We'll get into that in a minute. The response from within the White House so far has been twofold. Now, on one side, the White House press secretary has pointed to the fact that the special counsel report did not recommend criminal charges against Biden. Of course, they're removing the context of that. This would mean like, oh, yeah, I understand that special counsel report. They said Biden should not be charged. Said and done. They're not mentioning the point where they said Biden's guilty or knowingly did this. Right now, saying he's guilty because innocent until proven guilty. But they're saying that he knowingly took these classified documents and therefore probably should be charged. But because of his serious mental decline, is not capable of course, appearing before a jury. They're leaving that part out. But on the other side, they're also framing the part about Biden's serious memory decline as being politically motivated. In fact, here's Vice President Kamala Harris on it. ABC News said President Biden, who lashed out at Hur's comments, that's the special counsel, about his memory when it came to his son Beau's death in his own news conference on Thursday night, did not take additional questions when he met Friday afternoon with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz in the Oval Office. But Harris, as in Kamala Harris, the vice president, and the White House stepped in to criticize what they called the special counsel's gratuitous statements, taking issue not only with Hur's description of Biden's mental acuity, but also some of his critical findings that Biden willfully retained, i.e. took, i.e. did not give in, and shared classified information. I should note, if you're, of course, a senator or if you're not president of the United States, you're actually not allowed to take those documents home in the first place, let alone not hand them over when you're being investigated. So technically, this is kind of serious on two fronts. Unlike a president, if you've been elected president and you can bring those documents home, but you have to, they say, hand them over, even though that's debatable. Even though that part, Biden, of course, was not president and took these home when he was a private citizen, meaning he probably had to smuggle them out or something else somehow. But that's being left out of the discussion as well. But back to the point of Kamala Harris. She told ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang that as a former prosecutor, she believes the depictions of Biden included in the report were inaccurate and inappropriate. And she said, the way that the president's demeanor in that report was characterized could not be more wrong on the facts and clearly politically motivated, gratuitous. I should note, Kamala Harris is also now saying that, you know, if Biden, this is not her exact words, but generally, if Biden needs to step down, I will become president. So I'm willing to take up that mantle, which those of you who have been paying attention, I think she's wanting to do all along, of course. In fact, she even had a copy of the president's desk made in her own office so she can, look like the president, at least. But remember, again, if Biden gets pushed out, at least before the elections, it does mean that Kamala Harris gets to become president. But if Biden just does not run for a second term in office, then, well, Kamala Harris is out of the picture as well, unless whoever they choose as the new candidate also selects Kamala Harris as the VP, which personally I don't think would happen. It seems that the agenda being pushed by the establishment is to get Biden to just drop out of the 2024 presidential race. Stay in there long enough to get to the finish line, at least of his first 4 years, and then ride off into the sunset, and that'll be that, along with Kamala Harris. But even ABC News is claiming that the overwhelming majority of Americans, they say Biden is too old to run for a second term. The overwhelming majority. I'll be talking about this more as well. Also, we'll go to the next propaganda push that's happening now against Trump. We'll be talking about that on Epoch TV, though. So for those of you on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, come join me on Epoch TV right now. We'll be going into that and also the live Q&A, so come join us there. Before we jump over, though, here's a quick word from our sponsor.
Experts agree. One of the best ways to protect against financial uncertainty is to diversify your portfolio. Learn how physical gold and silver can secure your retirement funds from today's economic challenges. With a gold IRA from American Hartford Gold, you can safeguard your wealth with no penalties or taxes when you transfer your current qualifying retirement accounts. Call now and our precious metals specialists will send you a free information kit, no cost or obligation. American Hartford Gold, a trusted industry leader with an A+ from the Better Business Bureau, has a 5-star rating from thousands of happy clients. Whether you are getting physical precious metals in a gold IRA or delivered to your doorstep, we offer only the highest quality gold and silver. For your peace of mind, we also offer a no-fee buyback commitment, a low-price guarantee, along with free shipping and free insurance. So don't wait. Call the number on your screen today and